Welcome into That Real Texas Team podcast, episode 114. We are in the midst of a 6-game winning streak after the Houston Texans take down the Cardinals 40-20. My name's Curtis. With me, as always, my resident co-hosts up at the top right, Black Magic, a.k.a. Mr. Clean, a.k.a. the Mike Mayor.
Oh. How we doing?
Doing good. You can check him out at Mass 3 Productions all across social medias. Make sure you go over there, like, subscribe. Do the same thing for our main man at the bottom, Chris, a.k.a. Pac-Man_King Freestyle on the Instagrams. You can also check him out at That's Crazy Podcast and Talk all across the socials. Do the same thing here while you're at it because we're trying to grow. We're at 355 at the time of this live stream. I'd like to see that number keep climbing. 40-20, maybe not exactly what we all had in mind when we were doing the predictions here. Chris is the closest, though.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Chris said 38-17. So damn fine job there, sir. Mike 34-14, and I said 27-10. So I mean,
I knew he had to have a high game at some point. It had to be.
Yeah, and this Cardinals defense was a great opportunity to kind of have a couple get right moments, get things flowing in a good.
We got one next week too.
We do. We can't overlook them. We can't. Whatever. But you could tell that this was a little bit more relaxed of a game for the offense. While there was pressure on CJ, and he was only sacked the one time, and he was able to stand and deliver and make really solid plays to avoid taking big negatives. But before we get super into it, let's talk about some of the injuries, gentlemen. Injuries to Mario Edwards Jr., who was on season-ending IR with a ruptured pec muscle, and then Woody Marks left the game early. D'Amico said that Woody could have come back in if they needed him.
That makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, but I definitely appreciate letting Woody sit. I mean, Landry and Cody have been talking for weeks about how every game Woody Marks walks off the field at some point because he got hurt, a little banged up. With the crazy performance of Jaws, that allowed him to kind of sit down, relax a little bit, heal up. Hopefully we can kind of do that same kind of thing against the Raiders. But it makes me ask the question, one, what do you think we're going to do with no Mario Edwards Jr.? And what would you do with Jaws at this point?
I have to ask anybody else, when y'all were watching Jaws run, did you get a little bit of that Arian Foster chill?
A little bit.
Like, oh God, has this guy really been that good, or is Arizona that bad? Then I started thinking about it's the NFL. To do that against an NFL team, there's got to be something there.
So I want to agree with you so badly because I do believe that he was good, but also at the same time, I thought the whole offense was good. Basically, the entire game.
Thanks,
you had some times that they didn't score in the red zone. Sure, fine, whatever. What if they had like 4 field goals? We had 3-4 field goals.
4. Could have been 5.
But he missed the one that was blocked.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my thing. The offense only looks good like that when they're playing a bad defense. I hate to say it like that, but that's the Ravens at the beginning of the season.
Titans, fourth quarter.
But our running game hasn't looked like that all year long.
Argue, but everybody was hurt. So you can argue San Francisco just because Robert Saleh was there. But at the same time, I just feel like I'm going to be honest. Arizona might be the worst defense we done played all year. I know Baltimore was bad, but did you look? It made us seem like, oh my God, we got another running back that's going to get some time because Darray's always the third back, and it makes you think, man, are we sure that that's how we want to keep it? But the thing about it is, why this man hadn't been active before. They just pulled him off the practice squad. He's been there.
Of Chaz. Yeah.
So,
Well, and that's my
why.
thing is like how has this guy been on the practice squad for this long? He
looked
was
quick.
he was hurt when he ran his combine 40, and so his 40 time was significantly slower than what people were thinking. And then at his pro day, he ran closer to like I think it was like a 4.4, 4.3, which still wasn't him healthy, but it was a lot closer to it. And then he got to camp the first year when we drafted him and kind of got banged up again and just stayed on the practice squad. And then this year is really the first year he's been healthy. I have some issues with a lot of this. Not just that, like, hold on, let me pull it up.
But before you say that, I will say this: I do feel like, as opposed to our other running backs, he was following his block also, and I feel like, especially a lot of times with Woody, and I let him slide because he's a rookie. I just feel like sometimes he doesn't wait for the block to develop, and then he runs into the back of a lineman, and he does that a lot. I see that a lot. But anyway, go ahead.
I mean, you're not wrong. There's a lot of times where the offensive line's just getting fucking destroyed. But Jalen Noel and Jahar Jordan, Jaws, as people have been calling him for most of his life, I believe, there's signs of not being able to properly evaluate athleticism and talent in what could have been a more positive way. Laken Tomlinson is a sign of poor talent evaluation because you thought that was the best option at guard.
Godly. There's
some issues on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know if ultimately Nick Caley is the one who's like, no, this is the offensive lineup, or if that's a D'Amico thing, or if that's, broken down by each positional coach. I imagine they all have their input, but I think ultimately it's Caley gets to pick the offense. And if Caley's the one who's been evaluating these three gentlemen, then Caley needs to go. Because Jalen Noel, criminally underused, a special teams ace, and we'll get into special teams here in a minute, but Jalen Noel, explosive.
Every time he touches the ball.
Every time. Jaws Jordan, explosive. He's got quick burst.
And he looked like that during the preseason. That's the crazy thing. He did look like this.
Yeah. And we didn't. We decided, the burstless Nick Chubb and
Dare and
Woody Marks getting peppered in there, and then now Woody's getting the lion's share of everything because Woody's got
Woody ass up.
Yeah, look, the reason that Nick Chubb looks like shit is because he's got the least burst. Like he's got no pop to him.
And if we really want to take a step back, Damian Pierce made the team without really taking a snap during preseason.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jawar did play, and he looked good.
Like I say, like I said, I just believe that there's something to it. We don't know what's going on during practice and things like that. And I'm going to go back to my first point. It was the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
Who knows how good their defense actually is? Because I still believe, I believe CJ was what, 22 of 28? 29. He was 22 of 29. He threw for 260. He got sacked the one time, and that was at the end of the game. They drove up it. They punted one damn time. Once.
Yeah.
I'm not. Now look here. The offense might just be getting it together. I'm not saying that they are not. But nothing up to this point proves to me that the offense has gotten better. The offensive line has gotten significantly better. I will say that. with Davis Mills and CJ. I do think that, but like last week, CJ was okay. During the Colts game, CJ was okay. I thought CJ was really good this game.
But the thing is, this is a CJ type game. It ain't like we've never seen this from CJ.
No, I agree, but we hadn't been seeing it.
I mean,
there's nothing to give us, and I'm not trying to talk down on CJ. I know a lot of it's the line. I know a lot of it's in his head, but at the same time, in the last two seasons, CJ's best game, the playoffs against the Chargers, the Ravens without Lamar Jackson and a terrible defense, the Arizona Cardinals. What did he have last year? 2 games against the Colts because for some reason Anthony Richardson knew how to play football when he played us.
But the thing is, when CJ showed this, always, if you protect him, he'll complete passes.
That's any quarterback, though. I'm not.
Nah. You just said Anthony Richardson. You can't say that's just quarterback.
Okay. Anthony Richardson, we would kick him out of there. But look at Sam Darnold, and I'm not saying Sam Darnold's playing great. I want to look at Daniel Jones is a great person to bring up. Daniel Jones, fuck Phillip Rivers. It was terrible.
But the thing is, all of those guys you just named have been blue chip 5-star prospects at some point in their life.
Man, come on. Phillip Rivers ain't played in 5 years. The man failed and didn't get touched. I tackled Phillip Rivers yesterday. I sacked him.
You should have. But
you saw Rivers fall twice. The man fell twice in the same play.
He's been coaching. He shouldn't have been playing in that game. They really should have started Riley Leonard.
I don't want to make it seem like I'm talking like down on CJ. I know we're a little off subject, but I don't want to make it seem like I'm talking down on CJ because the offensive line has been a big issue. The play calling has been a big issue, and the play calling has not gotten better. It's been okay. The play calling, I just keep seeing stupid plays just happen. Like it's like Haley trying something and it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
and like I felt like I saw that a lot. I know I've been doing a whole bunch of talking, but like when it comes to the offense, I thought it was great. I thought it was a great get right game. The Eagles won 31-0 in a get right game yesterday.
But none of us are saying that the offense is fixed either.
Yeah,
but like let's be honest. We're not saying that the offense is fixed.
Man, we might go out there next week and win against the Raiders 10-7. And I hate to say it like that, but that's the way. Well, I don't know, defense is terrible, so maybe not. We're good against terrible defenses, but like it's just
as we should be.
I know we can go out there and beat any team. The offense, and like it's everybody, including CJ. I know a lot of it's not his fault, but and you know what? I'm gonna give CJ a lot of leeway because since he's came back, he is playing to a point to where he's getting rid of the ball quicker. He's dirting the ball if need be, which I am grateful for. I am grateful that he is doing these things because he is looking like he's learning. I didn't feel like he was learning before, and it looks like he's learning. So that's what gives me optimism. Do I feel like we have a Super Bowl team? I feel like we have a Super Bowl defense. I'm not going to say team. I'm going to say defense.
Look, I get what you're saying, and I understand that Arizona's trash. Like, we get this. We're not sitting here crowning them the toast of the offensive class of AFC.
No.
It's a good performance that you needed to see. Like, you didn't want the Texans offense to come out against the Cardinals and fall flat, right? I mean, nobody wanted that. So they did what they were supposed to do. It's kind of like when the Colts played the Raiders earlier this year. Jeff was like, we beat the Raiders 40-6. I'm like, bro, that's what you're fucking supposed to do.
It's the fucking Raiders.
Yeah. The problem is, and here's something that the rest of the AFC South fans don't understand. The Colts almost lost to the Cardinals. The Jags almost lost to the Cardinals. The Titans beat the Cardinals on like 3 act of God plays.
Was that triple fumble shit?
There was an interception, fumble, and recovered in the end zone for the Titans touchdown. Amari DiMercado fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line, and it went through the back of the end zone on like a 70-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, I think I called that the Murphy's Law game. Everything that could go wrong did.
Yeah, and it definitely did. But you got to take some positives away from this. You can't just boil it down to this game means nothing. It's our 9th win, 6 in a row. We maybe found a complimentary running back who can take the reps away from Dare.
Yeah, nothing against Dare because he's been serviceable. He's done what he wants to.
Does Josh play special teams?
I mean, probably, but I'd like
probably, but he ain't been activated. I'm not trying to take nothing. I agree with you. I think it was a great win for the offense. I thought they did extremely well. They did what they were supposed to do, beat the brakes off of a bad team. I don't want to make it seem like that I'm saying that, but like that's my thing about it is I'm not saying obviously Jaws is better than Dare. Like, oh my God. But at the same time, does he play special teams? These might be reasons why he is not playing. Now, I'm not saying that they are.
I wish I knew. Like he's never been activated to the roster.
I know.
We don't know. But in theory, I don't need him to take Dare's reps on special teams. He's very, very good at special teams. That's realistically why we pay him to stick around. I want him to be completely replaced on offense.
No, which I completely agree with, and I have no problem with. I don't like seeing Dare out there either. But I'm just saying because I honestly feel there is something going on to where they felt like he was better than Dameon Pierce because they released Dameon Pierce and kept him on the back of the practice squad.
Yeah,
they felt like he was better. And look here. The way he was looking, I was like, "Oh my God, who is this guy?" Like,
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't agree with that. I don't think they felt that he was better than Dameon Pierce. A lot of them feel like this Texans team is known for doing their players a solid. They even said it. We gave Dameon Pierce an opportunity to go somewhere else and play.
Yeah. Let's get some comments real quick. Robert says Texans Jags AFC Championship game would be fire.
It really would.
Can't disagree on that. What up, Dime?
It's good.
Oh,
camera format is off. Looks like a YouTube short. Are you watching us as a YouTube short? Because that's a possibility. Grandpa's arm is weak as shit. Accurate.
Very.
Fucking accurate. You would think that old man strength would kick in, but I guess it doesn't work like that. Brandon, have fun at the game. Laster wasn't the only one who did a backflip yesterday. Guy in front of me fell 6 rows through the chairs and flipped. I was like,
"Oh shit!"
Shoo.
We sitting there.
The fucking morgue, I guess. AZ isn't that bad. They had the second most difficult schedule this year. We had the third most difficult. That's accurate. I mean, they play in the NFC West, and NFC West has played us this year.
Teams are good.
Yeah. And then they've played us. So, I mean, it didn't really bode well for them.
Oh, I guess it was their year to play the AFC South, which just happened to be
good.
Division.
Yeah.
No, like it is. Speaking on the division, we spoke on this at the beginning of the year. No one thought that our division was a good division.
We would consider the worst division.
Out that our division ended up being a way better and actual contending division this year because nobody thought that. We all, including the guys from all the other shows, everybody, if they can say that they want their team to win, everybody thought the Texans were going to take the South again, like we had done the previous 2 seasons. I don't care, and I still think we go take it.
Yeah. Brandon says, just hear bang and then see legs flying through the air over the rows. Oh, and a bald eagle flew past me during the anthem. Bro, what?
Yeah,
is the vibe?
you had a great day.
Yeah, for real. Let's see. Glad they aren't in the playoffs making stupid roster decisions. They cleared it up earlier this year. That's true. That's true. They didn't make Shaq Mason go back out there and play.
Oh, hell no.
We need Jordan to get a lot of snaps this week. We got to kick the tires on him, see what else he's got. Absolutely. You're playing the Raiders team. This is a great opportunity to see if that was a one-off. Can he be consistent? If in reality Chubb comes back and your 1-2 punches Woody and then Chubb is your short yardage guy, your thumper, I mean, that's not a bad place to be.
The thing is, when Chubb comes back, I don't ever want to see Dare playing offense again.
Yeah,
that's just really what it's at.
And what's crazy is like Dare played pretty well.
He did.
I just don't. It's the fumble, honestly, that soured every. Because going into the season, prior to his fumble, was at the Rams game.
Week
was that the round? Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's the one he lost. He lost the game with the fumble.
Yeah. Prior to that, we were confused why Dario was playing so much week 1, but we remembered him kicking field goals against the Buccaneers and shit.
We have love for him.
We love that man. He fumbled one time. We're like, I hope he burns in a fire.
It's crazy that the fumble did that, because the thing about it is, I always feel like Dare, like I say, Dare plays his role. I said this.
What's his role?
Happened. I felt like that he was trying to do too much. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but I felt like when he fumbled the ball, I felt like he was trying to do too much. No. He should have just gone on the ground.
When he fumbled the ball, my thought process was, okay, Woody Marks is healthy, Nick Chubb is healthy, Dameon Pierce is healthy. Why am I watching Dare?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I can figure out. I was like, why am I watching Dare? If y'all have so much faith in Dameon Pierce being a football player, y'all brought in Woody Marks to be a pass-catching back. What Woody is doing for us isn't why we drafted him.
Oh, yeah. I do not like how they're using Woody. I hate it.
Bro, he's hurt. He's hurt because the same thing we did with Dameon Pierce his rookie year.
Yeah. Brandon,
running him, bro, and I'm talking about running him up the gut every time. Like, yeah. I'm not saying that like a sweep, but like they don't ever do it. And then if they do a sweep, they're always doing it with a receiver, and you can see it coming from a mile away. Like I'll be like, oh, receiver sweep. Like
The thing is, we're an off tackle team. We don't run sweeps. The furthest we'll get to the outside is off the tackle. They're running off of Trent Brown and off of Urshery's back. Yeah, whichever way he pushes them, we're breaking the opposite.
And oftentimes between Trent and Ingram.
Yep.
Brandon, I did just look it up. No, we did not have Jaws doing returns last year. It might have been during the preseason.
It was.
But he did not. He's not registered a regular season stat until this year.
This was his first actual game ever dressing out for the Texans.
Dameon Pierce goes to the Chiefs and ends their dynasty. Coincidence?
Like I say,
2/3 of the screen is black. I see what you did there, Dime.
That's crazy. Oh, earlier and like
took a minute. Huh? Possibly.
Anyway, back to
it was a good one. It was a damn good one.
Jaws to me, like I said, I thought he was great yesterday. I don't want to take anything away from his performance. He was playing an NFL team. I obviously know that I could not have went out there and did what he did. I'm not saying that I could have did that in the slightest. I would have had negative 100 yards yesterday. Now, with that being said, the man ain't played. He ain't registered a snap. He ain't did nothing else up to this point but played good and played well in the preseason. and he still hadn't been activated until now. And he's not like a Trent Brown where you just kind of had him hanging around to see if you was going to need to bring him in because the line was so terrible, which is what ended up happening. Bring him in, move Titus to left guard because that obviously is working. But at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah. Dime says no, it's legit black screens on the left and right. Rotate your phone.
Like,
well, I mean, you don't have to like flip the like it just you might be watching the short feed versus the actual normal one because there are two. So and Dime also brought up the Wildcat snaps too.
Terrible.
Why is Dare doing that? First of all. Second, why are we not calling it?
I bet Dare is the emergency quarterback. I can guarantee.
No. We got old Graham Mertz for that.
We can actually put Graham Mertz in the jersey.
That, but I think Dare is the fourth quarterback.
What if I don't understand why we're calling it like the Dare cat or whatever. It's the Wale cat. Agumba Wale.
Wow, that's some Thundercat shit.
That's what I'm screaming.
I don't know. You know the only thing I knew about Agumba Wale before Dare was his sister.
Okay. Oh yeah. Dime. So there are two streams. You have like the regular stream. If you go back to our if you go to the main page, you should be able to find two different versions of the same live stream. Depending on where you're watching. If you're watching on That Real Texas Team podcast, there should be definitely two different ones for the same pod. One specifically for shorts, and then one is for like full screen enjoyment.
Yeah, true. So true, Brandon.
Yeah.
So goddamn true. You know, when I think about it, Dare is the guy that I see us running the Wildcat more out of, even though I probably would have rather had Hutch back there.
Yeah. Nico, Higgins, Hutch, and we can't find any cornerbacks to box out. Got a point.
All of those guys are 6'4" and above.
So Jaws' performance was a Texans rookie debut record. Or not rookie, but debut record. Nobody's in their debut come in and accounted for more yards than Jahar Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty sick.
He came in late. He didn't really come in until Woody got hurt.
Yep. We never would have found out about Jordan if Chubb didn't get hurt.
True.
And once again, this is why I say Arian Foster vibes. It's chilly.
Yeah.
Because the reason Jaws has that record is because Arian Foster's first game wasn't that.
No.
His first game was like 30 yards.
Yeah. But his next game, he started the next two after that and had 100 yards in those.
Yep.
And then started, basically every game after there. But I say all this to say, do we feel any better about the offense? Incremental? Yeah.
The line.
Nick Caley still the guy calling
plays as a whole, but the line, yes. The offensive line, surely. I mean, Ursery got to clean up the mistakes, but other than that, I thought CJ looked it clean. I thought CJ looked it damn good. Like I say, once again, I know it was Arizona Cardinals, and I understand that, but I thought they did what they were supposed to do. They beat the brakes off of bad. They had 17 points in the first quarter. So
which was also a franchise record.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I did.
And then Dalton Schultz tied a franchise record for most catches by a tight end in a single game.
Oh yeah, with the Owen Daniels thing. Yeah, because that's like it's been our best tight end ever.
I feel better about the offense's execution of the play call. I still don't feel comfortable about Nick Caley's play call. That's what my problem.
And I think, I think. Okay, so look, and that's the thing. I think that CJ, I think that all starts with CJ though. I think he's doing very well with working with what he has because by far the line has been better, but they're not great. We're not going to just act like they're just that offensive line because they're not. Chris Jones was eating in the third quarter last game, so we're not going to just act like that. But at the same time,
the interior of the line was still a problem. Walter Nolan.
Look how serious.
Yeah. I mean, I get you, but but what's crazy is he's better than the two centers we had last year.
I know, and it's terrible.
That tells you what issues we're still having at the center position.
Yep.
Because both those guys are still on the roster, and this guy's starting over both of them.
Yep.
But that's a front office and D'Amico problem because they knew better than to do what they did.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if that's a D'Amico thing. I actually, from what we've seen from Juice and Patterson, when they've gotten in the game, because both of them gotten in the game this year, right?
Yep.
Andrews is actually outplaying them.
Yeah.
And he's outplaying them by being just average.
They are, but okay, so we're not gonna say it's the D'Amico thing, but I'm still gonna go like front office. I'm not gonna say Cayley because he just got there, but Caserio, because that's the thing about it. They just pieced together Lake and Tomlinson, Cam Robinson, who y'all didn't even keep. You didn't even keep him. The only one it doesn't look like a bad thing that we brought in was Ed Ingram and Trent Brown. And Trent Brown is not playing gate, right? He's just humongous.
And sometimes that's all you need.
Which I agree. I have no problem with it.
Ask the Eagles.
It's been a help.
Brandon says we never find out about the stuff that Caserio and Cruz see daily in training, and still make the decisions they make. He also says he feels better about the offense. Didn't see Josh Sweat doing anything.
I forgot Josh Sweat was on the team. That's
how
Cardinals. Make sure you ain't forget who he was, though.
Didn't hear anything about the Cardinals corners doing anything.
I don't even know their names.
Yeah, Walter Nolan looked good. He split that sack. Dumb enough to call Wildcat in the red zone brought up Slowick vibes. Yeah, but yikes, be efficient. Don't run stupid ego plays. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think that there's a lot of ego and testing the waters on certain things, but he doesn't set things up appropriately. So it doesn't work very well, or if it is set up appropriately, that'd be the perfect time for somebody to be offside or, whatever, illegal motion. We've had multiple touchdowns and long gains taken away this season from just poor procedural shit.
Yeah. And
if I'm asking y'all something,
where's a problem though?
Is there any part of y'all that thinks Nick Caserio's fired this year?
No, not Caserio. Cayley, yeah.
So, but with that being said, is there any part of you that thinks Caserio does not draft the interior offensive lineman early next year?
I think they keep Ed Ingram.
I don't care what he drafts. He's not going to be good.
They'll keep Ingram. They'll draft a center, and they'll extend.
He's not going to be good
to play guard.
I don't even know why. He's not going to be good. So what does it matter?
I mean, yeah, but
broke clock is right twice a day.
Yeah,
and he's missed so many times. He's due for a hit.
I mean, and he kind of
hits on everything but offensive line. Though.
Ursery's not playing awful.
Bad.
Like he's pretty solid most games, and he's a rookie.
No, I'm not mad at Ursery. He's playing the hardest tackle position for one by far. I don't care. I understand Titus has the right side locked up, but they literally showed you Titus can go and play anywhere, and you just throw Trent Brown over there who does not move worth anything, and be fine. So I am not upset, even though I hate seeing because every time I'm seeing a flag, it's number 79. It's number 79 every single time.
Yeah,
well, he's outmatched. He is outmatched.
He's always going to be outmatched, but I think he's been playing fine, so I'm not mad about it. It's not the Laremy Tunzel shit where you're you have an illegal motion every play. So so those are things to look forward to. But I say he's a rookie, so I'm not mad about it. He's probably been the best one he's drafted. Okay, so let's say Ursary's the hit. What does that tell you about the next ones?
I know. I know.
Huh?
I understand, but you got to keep swinging.
You got to.
You got to keep swinging. You can't let the past failures, because realistically, you're most likely going to miss on your first round draft pick if you're not taking a pick like top 5.
Yeah.
Like you're most likely going to miss.
Wow.
And then you're kind of a crapshoot in your second, third round picks. But for whatever reason, there's actually like a weird statistical anomaly where like a lot of the rosters all over the NFL are made up with like 3rd to 7th round draft picks and undrafted guys. Because it's kind of common for people not to be able to evaluate very well. Brandon says Davis Mills saved jobs. He asked, do they pay Ingram? Does Titus stay at guard? Does Trent Brown want to stay? Does D'Amico want his defensive guy this year?
I'm going to say, well, Brandon, to answer all of those, yes, they pay Ingram. Yes, Titus Howard stays at guard. And yes, Trent Brown stays. All 3 of those guys are going to be back next year.
I mean,
Trent Brown going to be back as a starter?
If we get this man a ring somehow, he
Trent
might just be done.
Yeah, Trent might call it quits.
Yeah. And then, you're also looking to get another tackle at that point. And then you're looking at, okay, when do we extend CJ and Will Anderson Jr.? So you got a lot of money that's going to be tied up. We're going to be saying goodbye to some people eventually. We got Trent Brown and Nick Chubb on like vet minimums.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to fly next year.
Barely flying this year.
Right. We're going to end up having to pay people. And when that happens, we're going to see some of the names that we become accustomed to being here leave, and it's going to suck. I think Titus is one of those guys. Dalton Schultz is probably another one.
We'll be lucky if we're able to keep Nico, because we probably won't be able to keep Nico either.
Nico's under contract for 2 more years.
Did they re-sign him again?
No, they gave him a 4-year deal.
It was a 3-year.
They gave him a 3-year.
It was a 3-year extension.
Yeah, but he's a 3rd round.
He already had a year.
Yeah,
he was a 3rd round pick.
So that would be. This is year 5. This is the 5th year.
Yeah, 5th year.
5th year.
Yeah, it should have already started then, because
we're in the first. We're in the first year.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're in the 5th year. So I guess he's got 2 more years. But
he has 2 more years here. Now, the person I see us getting off of is Joe Mixon.
Yeah, but what's
that makes sense.
Who?
But we're paying Joe Mixon. We are paying him. We gave him a new contract.
Ooh, I know we're paying a phantom, a ghost.
If we out Magic City Wings in the cafeteria, would Trent Brown stay? If we put, probably.
Yeah, they might do it.
If you opened up a Magic City Wings right outside the facility.
Hell no.
Do you think they might trade Anderson? No.
Hell no.
I think
Anderson's getting paid.
I think what would be more likely is that they move on.
They're usually pretty good about paying their generational talented defensive ends, which is what they thought Jadeveon Clowney was going to be. He just
the difference in personalities between Micah Parsons and Will Anderson came out and said, "I want to be in Houston. I want to stay here."
Yeah.
Micah Parsons said, "I want to get paid."
Yeah. While we're on the,
I want to get paid too. Fuck that shit. They got me fucked up.
But Will Anderson was smart enough to know I'm going to get paid regardless. I can just sit up here and shut the fuck up. I just saw what happened to Derek Stingley for just shutting up and playing football.
Yeah.
Nico,
in other news,
shutting up and playing football.
Nico hits 1,000 yards for the 3rd time in a row. He is the first Texan since DeAndre Hopkins to accomplish that, and the 3rd Texan of all time to do this. Only Andre Johnson and DeAndre Hopkins are in that class of people. So hats off to Nico as he's slowly working his way up the list. He's got 3 more games to be able to pad his stats a little bit. He's in the top 10 in receiving yards after an abysmal start to the season. I want to say going into the Titans game, he had like 450 yards or something.
I think it was 350.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't good. So I mean,
Yeah, it was
he's
bad.
exploded the last several weeks, and we've needed every yard that man's gotten. He also leads the NFL in most receptions for 50 plus yards since 2023 with
Crazy.
11.
Craziest thing about that is we got to give Davis Mills his props. Because when Davis came in there, Davis force-fed. He force-fed Nico to where Nico started looking like himself again.
Yeah. Brandon, to a degree, I think that means that Caserio is able to recognize, when you can't let someone go. But he also seems to fail to recognize when to let someone go. Like Bill Belichick used to let someone go a year early rather than a year late. And I don't see that happening with Caserio very often.
Like, guys, if he re-ups Dalton Schultz this summer, is that a good idea or a bad idea?
I wouldn't be okay with it because
they wouldn't.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say they wouldn't even have to like re-up him. Essentially, they would just have to give him some sort of signing bonus money.
Yeah, because he has 1 year with no guaranteed money left. Is what is next year.
Right. So we could cut him and gain some salary cap space.
Yeah, players don't want to play under that shit.
I feel like this. The only reason I say that is because like the tight ends now are amazing. Like there are so many great tight ends, young tight ends in the league. We saw what Trey McBride did yesterday.
I want Trey McBride in the Houston Texans uniform. I'm not going to lie.
He just got a whole new contract. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
Brandon brings up a good point. He let Tunsil go.
Right on time.
Right on time. Everybody thought was a bad idea, and now it's working out better in the Texans' favor.
Well, I mean, yeah, it looked like a bad idea because of what he does for you in the passing game. But I think based on how last season went, how he responded when he was the one fucking up, I think it was more of a culture thing than it was like a level of play, because he was still top, 10 left tackle in the NFL when it comes to pass blocking or whatever. Probably top 5. But I mean, the issues, not wanting to clean things up, no accountability, I think those are anti D'Amico Ryans type things.
Very much so.
Especially because didn't we give up 2 first-round picks for him when we traded for him?
Yeah, 2 first. Yeah, that was
a third.
It was a Bill O'Brien move. The defense allowed to cruise rather than being required to be a superpower. Obviously, the Cardinals had a prolific passing attack. Trey McBride was able to eat and do his thing, but the defense didn't look.
They weren't outmatched. They really weren't outmatched.
It's not that they weren't outmatched. I think it was just like they got up so early by so much, 3 scores, that I think you're just playing like.
Yeah, it looked more like they were just trying to keep everything in front of them. If you want to be honest, that's how I feel, and which is why Trey McBride is getting all these targets because he's tight end. Not saying he can't go for a long run, but you know what I mean.
I thought about it like this, like as a basketball thing. When teams would play Michael Jordan, they let Michael Jordan do whatever the hell he want, but would not let anybody else do anything. That's what I felt like they did with Trey McBride. It's like, you know what? Trey is going to get his regardless, but if we can keep the rest of these guys from doing anything, it's not going to equal points.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just going to say, yeah, all the shit on us, but I'm kind of glad the national media puts the spotlight and disrespect on Caserio and our O-line now. It really pressured them to speed up their timeline on choices and correcting mistakes. Good point. Was miserable the entire way, and we were right in the end. But we are in a better place for it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Texans offense looked more improved against the Cardinals. I think it looked like a smoother operation because you're not playing a top 5 defense. I was counting it earlier. If you guys wanted to guess at this moment, based on the teams that are on our schedule, how many playoff teams or how many teams are currently in the playoff picture that we have played?
Let me see.
Shit, about 8.
All of them except for Tennessee, huh? Oh, and Arizona.
It's about 8 of them.
9.
I knew I was close. It's quite a bit of them. We've played mostly playoff teams.
Well, we played the NFC West, and they have 3. We have played the Broncos. We have played the Bucks. Played Jacksonville twice. So I guess 8 teams, 9 games against playoff teams.
Damn.
And then the
Bills.
Chargers, the Bills and the Chargers. So, you know,
And are we counting the Ravens? Or are the Ravens counting? Or
the Ravens are not in the playoffs at the moment.
But the Bills are, Chargers are, Rams are.
Yeah.
I have to ask. I mean, I wouldn't count them either, but
I mean, that statement could be inaccurate based on here in a couple minutes if the Steelers lose.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking too.
But potentially, if the Ravens end up making it in the playoff picture, then we're looking at fucking an additional one,
and
that would put us at 9 opponents, 10 games.
Doesn't even sound crazy, but still, the Colts still have a chance to make the playoffs.
Well, I mean, they're the closest seed to making it. They're the 8th seed right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, when we beat them, they were in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just Jacksonville just helped us take their spot. And like I said, all we have to do is win out, and we'll be fine. It's just the thing about it is, I see a world. It's just Jacksonville does play Denver. But I see a world where Jacksonville wins out also.
I do.
It's just it sounds crazy to say it like that, and I don't want to say it like that, but that's just the way I feel.
Even though I feel Denver's gonna beat Trevor Lawrence's head in, they still might win.
Yeah. Yeah, that defense is pretty good, not gonna lie. And we've got some interesting games coming up, but playoffs are shaping up interestingly, but the defense against the Cardinals, it's not what we were accustomed to, but it was serviceable. We picked off Jacoby Brissett. We were giving him all sorts of pressure. He had the best game passing against us all season. 3 touchdowns through the air, 258 yards, 260 yards. And even still,
they got beat by 20.
They got beat by 20. And those were the only times they really got in scoring position. There was one other situation where Kamari Lassiter caught an interception in the back of the end zone. But, I mean, we were capitalizing on turnovers, and we still have more interceptions on the season than we do passing touchdowns allowed. We were able to get to Jacoby 3 times. So, I mean, like, it was a solid game. It just wasn't – I don't think the defense had as much pressure on them, and they were able to relax.
Especially with the offense and the special team starting off the way they did. I mean, the defense didn't even touch the field.
Damn near to the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, like, because the offense went right down the field. Well, I mean, they went down the field in like 1 minute. And then you had the fumble that Dare that just flew into Dare's hand on the kickoff return.
Yeah.
Like I said, and I stated this when we were on Saturday. I know we were talking trap game vibes. I still feel like the Raiders game, even though I feel like we should beat the brakes off of them too, I feel like that one's more of a trap game field than I felt this one was. I did not once think that we were going to lose to the Arizona Cardinals.
No.
And I'm being honest. I thought they were being, and on the top of, I thought they were being disrespectful with the line, but obviously they weren't. We won by 20. I thought they were being extremely disrespectful to that team.
No.
But they obviously were not.
Yeah.
Look, Vegas sometimes knows what they're doing.
Sometimes. Brandon says someone posted Ingram doing Christmas events around the city today. Maybe he does intend to stay. Well, it'd be nice based on his performance this year. 2023 repeats. Titans beat Jags week 18. So much holding by the Cardinals that game.
Yeah.
The first 3 plays live in the stadium were wild. I bet that was pretty sick. Told you we would drop 40 on them. Gamblers said I was crazy saying the Texans would drop 40. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Time we put up 40 on
and it went over because like I felt like it was a game that was damn near went over with the Texans by itself.
Yeah.
By themselves.
Ed Ingram staying around one because he was almost out the league. The rest of the league was out on him. The Vikings threw him to us for a pick that was conditional as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Super conditional.
My prediction was 41-9. Nice.
Yeah, it was. I do recall that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Special Teams Masterclass by Frank Ross. Between the return game, Fairbairn looking solid, the fumble that Chris alluded to or was talking about earlier that just dropped right into Dare's hands. This was probably the best the special teams unit as a whole has looked all season. They were able to – the one time they punted was a great punt. They dropped them.
On the 4.
Yeah, like on the 4. Really, really good, solid punt. It was just about as perfect as you could get for a special teams game without actually getting a touchdown from special teams.
It's a reason Frank Ross has been here through 3 coaching regimes.
What up, Devil Dog? Yeah, since 2021.
Yeah. So shit. Yeah, 3. Because he was on Cully's staff, he was on Lovey's staff, and now he's on D'Amico's. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't he get a contract extension this past summer?
He should have.
I think he did. So he's going to be here for a while.
So now this is what I will tell you. I do not think is a ridiculous line. We are 14.5 favorites over the Raiders. I don't think that's ridiculous.
No.
I don't think that. I don't think that. That they're being disrespectful or anything like that.
Pete Carroll thinking that he doesn't have to coach for his job is ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, man. But hats off to Frank Ross. This was the first game where it kind of felt like the special teams was
clicking on all cylinders.
Clicking on all cylinders and not at all the contributor for any sort of like boneheaded mistakes.
Tommy Townsend only had to punt it one time. And Tommy Townsend's known for shanking one a game.
Mm-hmm.
So make him punt once.
It's a good method. Let's see here. All right. With the events of the weekend, the best seed we can hope for as Texans is now the 2 seed. And I would be cool with that. The Patriots would need to lose out. Or lose 2 of their next 3 games. And I think we'd have a better conference record than them since we didn't actually play them. But and then we would need to win out, and the Jags need to lose to the Broncos. Well, yeah, that's fair enough.
I still think we will win, though. With that being said, I think we will win because they don't even play Denver. Our conference loss will be to Denver and Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's the only 2 AFC teams we've lost to. And we end the year with 3 more. So we've got a really good opportunity here to kind of stack the deck here, get another team that's in the playoff picture with a victory over them. Obviously, that means we would immediately jump the Chargers. If the Bills are to stumble in a game or the Patriots lose out, we're looking at the 5 seed and taking on the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Great. And that's the craziest thing about it. A 12-5 wild card team.
Mm-hmm. Well, what were the Vikings last year?
Yeah, I was going to say the Vikings last year was crazy. They was a 14-win wild card team. So
yeah.
So apparently, rightfully so, because they got blasted. But whatever.
it looked like it looked.
Mm-hmm. Well, gentlemen, I think this is a good spot to go ahead and wrap her up. Do you guys have any closing comments before we get out of here?
No, like I said, I just hope the Texans, like with D'Amico as their coach, I don't think they get full of themselves. And the fact that I continue to hear young players say, hey, we haven't played a good game yet. When you hear guys on the defense saying we haven't played a good game yet, and you're like, I don't know what D'Amico's saying to him in that locker room, but keep talking. Because young guys are normally quick to be like, oh, we beat their ass, we did this. The guys like, nah, man, we haven't played the complete game yet.
Yeah.
Like y'all shut out the Titans, like completely, but you still haven't played a complete game yet. Okay, I like it. Yeah. And the Christian Harris sighting. Please, can I have EJ back next game? God, could you do me a solid? Because that Christian Harris sighting scared the shit out of me. Like he was playing defense, not just special teams.
Yeah. All right. Chris, you got anything?
Oh, I do not. I feel like I did a whole bunch of talking that I wasn't trying to do. So
well, man, it's a podcast. We're supposed to talk a little, man.
Oh, no, I agree.
Fraternize.
Sometimes I just get very passionate, and especially with things that I'm seeing, and that being, especially being a person that is just watching as a fan, and I feel like if I'm seeing these things, I know that everybody else should be seeing them too. Yeah.
Texas win the Super Bowl. I'm getting a new tattoo. I had to bring that up. I just had to bring that up.
When the Texans win a Super Bowl, I'm buying a Davis Mills jersey for real.
Oh yeah, no, for real, same.
Davis Mills will get love from me.
Hey, the Texans win the Super Bowl. The game that we go to next year, we're all going to wear Davis Mills jerseys,
bro. Like on everything, bro. And like, I'm not.
I called the red one. I want the red one.
I'm gonna get the BJ Screw one in. I don't care. I'm gonna get me a Davis Mills. Like I'm glad we're talking about that because, Curtis, I know what you said. Whatever, but if we win the Super Bowl, I am going to say it's because of Davis Mills. I don't care what anybody else says, but if Davis Mills does not win those 3 games, although the defense is what's the real reason, but he was the quarterback, I'm buying a Davis Mills jersey. He played great in the Jacksonville game at the end.
Bro, so, we win the Super Bowl. Everybody on the team, including Dare, is going to get credit for that Super Bowl. Everybody. Damian Pierce is going to get a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah. Well, look, gentlemen, I want to thank you both for taking time away from your families to come on and talk Texans ball. We are 9-5, treading heavily into Week 16 against this Raiders team that is not looking solid. So catch us in the preview for that one on Saturday. We'll have some individual pods coming out between now and then. Be good people. Like, subscribe. Go Texans. Fuck the Colts and the Cowboys.
Phillip Rivers.